A pleasant Tuesday morning to you. Welcome once again to Untengle on the Bridge 99 FM. Richie B and the Up and Go crew, you have yourselves a wonderful day. And thank you so very much for joining us on the Bridge 99 FM. It's because of you why we're here. We say it all the time, and that's because it's true. So, a very special morning to you, and thanks for joining us on the bridge. And of course, a very special morning to Team Untangle. We have live inside of our studio Onari, Onari Corn. And we're going to be taking the journey with you, but we're going to start from the very beginning. So that's a beautiful picture. So you can, if for those who are actually looking at our bridge monitor, you can get an idea of some of the works that Onari does. And nice. So we're going to find out all about this. All right. So you are a past student of Jamaica College.
Yes, in 2016.
Why?
Why?
I'm just teasing you because we have too many JC past students inside here. What?
That's good.
That's good. That's very good. Don't take me too seriously, though.
I'll try not to.
Don't. Please don't. So you're a past student of JC. Let's talk about JC while you were there, and what was it that you actually wanted to do while you were there when you left?
So I've always liked building stuff. So, while going to JC, I thought I was going to do business. And then my father said to me, like, I think I see you do more hands-on stuff, so why not do CXC subjects so you can do engineering?
Okay.
So I did some CXC subjects, engineering CXC subjects. I joined the robotics team in fifth form.
Very well known, the JC robotics team.
Yes.
Congrats, and let me congratulate the JC robotics team doing very good work.
Yes.
So you were part of the team.
Yes, for 3 years.
Nice.
Yes.
I know robotics not in the bio, but I have to stop here. Tell us a little bit about the robotics team. What it is that you do, what you are trying to accomplish, that.
So I was an engineer. I went in because I have sense. So I decided to do the engineering part, building the robots.
Okay.
Yeah. Back then the competition was in New York. So we build a robot in Jamaica, then we go overseas to compete.
You said build a robot like you build one of them something, yeah.
Yeah, so because I build it myself, it doesn't feel like anything spectacular because you doing the radio right now, you just get used to it and it's like wow. But you're an announcer. Another person probably sees it like wow, you're an announcer. But yeah, we get some parts, we build the robot and we compete.
We get some parts. Okay, fine. Okay, I wish I could go further into that robots thing because it's so exciting.
A lot of story to tell, yes.
It is so. I'm sure it will be so exciting. All right. So your dad decided that perhaps you should do engineering. Did you want to do that?
Yes, I did. I like building stuff, but I just always saw myself as a business person.
Okay.
Growing up.
Right.
Well, I am right now.
Yeah, exactly. But we're going to get to that. All right. So you did engineering, and then when you left school, you actually furthered your
Yes.
studies.
So because I did electrical in CSEC. I realized that I was a good student, so I went to UTech to study electrical engineering.
Because you got good grades.
Yes, so I was like, all right, I guess I'm a natural.
Right.
But after leaving university in 2020, like most other students, they have this big question
This
of
is what I
what's
really want
next.
to do. This is a very interesting thing because, I would always advise people to do some studies formally. But what I find is that when you finished those formal studies, you're left with yourself
Yes.
and what you really want to do.
Yes. Like you probably think you probably want to do this, and either you get into the job and not liking it, or it's difficult to find a job.
Which happened to you.
This is what happened to me.
Let's
Yes.
talk about that.
So I was renovating my parents' kitchen, and I was in search for a furniture maker. Took some time before I found one. Then I eventually found one. The service did not meet deadline. Tell me 2 weeks, and then ended up turning 2 months. And I always had to go to him. So I was complaining to a friend about the situation, and she was like, "Well, you never just build it yourself." But I never have any tools.
Did
Well,
you have the know-how?
So I used to build robots. So,
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, sure.
like I know how to do some
Yeah,
stuff, but
right.
you know, wood is different materials, so you have different knowledge in that. But yeah, I got some tools and start, making cutting boards just for the fun of it. During that time, I was in search of a job, same way. Another friend saw me making cutting boards and asked me to make a entertainment center. This big entertainment center. I was like, no, I can't make it. Eventually made it, and she liked it. I was still looking for a job then.
So you got paid for this?
Yeah, man.
Nice.
But it wasn't a lot. I never know how to price
Because your
myself as
friend.
a- Yeah, I'm a friend, yeah. I never know how to do it, so yeah. But yeah, I was in search for a job, and I did the entertainment center in February, March of last year, and I did an interview around that time, still waiting for an answer. But February, March, April, May, looking for a job, and in May I decided to probably try to sell some wooden products. So I created an Instagram page called the Honorary Creates, and then decided that I'm going to start off with floating shelves because I thought that would be the easiest thing to make with the tools I had.
Right. Is it that difficult to find a job as an engineer, electrical engineer?
I sent out my applications, did not get any answer. So from my point,
It is.
it is. Yes.
Okay, so that was brave of you though, because there are a lot of people who figure that, okay, I went to university, this is what I'm good at, and I'm not going to do anything else.
I like to try out my interests. So if I have an interest in something, I'll try it. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I just like trying new things.
Right. And the good thing is that this is one of the things you liked.
Yes.
All right. So you're doing your woodworking now, and
So I didn't want it to be viewed as a hustle. I want it to be viewed as a business. So I got some confidence now getting customers. It wasn't a lot, but enough for me to buy gas. So I decided to register my business, and I wanted to register my business with a name that will provide growth for myself and the business. So I switched from Honorary Creates to Kingston Woodworks, and registered in August. So from February was my first installation, and in August I registered my business and changed my name from Honorary Creates on Instagram to Kingston Woodworks in November. So November 1st is my official 1 year.
so what gave you the confidence after studying electrical engineering to open a business now doing something that you've just learned to do?
I'm an optimistic person, and some might find it to be like foolish sometimes, but I just always put all in whatever I do.
Yes.
So I have enough confidence to do it. I
Yes.
just go at it.
That's great.
At first, my mother was like, "You really want to register the business? You know what can go on in the future and blah 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 and taxes."
Blah, blah, blah. Mommy, you listening?
But yes, even the other day I went to her and was like, "You never really believe I reached this far, don't you?" She's like, "No, but we just gotta watch and see."
You hold on a little bit now. Because me know. So you go to your mother and say, you never believe I reached
Yeah,
this far.
because-
No. That's really what you say.
Because she see her son graduate from UTech
Right,
engineering,
right.
and now he's doing woodwork. So it's like,
Yeah.
what you want to do in their life? You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
But yes, this is me now.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, didn't have any shop,
Mm-hmm.
so I was working outside, hoping there was no rain, and the sun never too hot. But thanks to my father, loaned me some money. Need for paying back though,
Oh, yes, you do.
and I built my shop.
Yeah.
So it was because I.
Oh, you
didn't ha-
built it?
Yes.
You built it.
So I paid somebody to do the foundation, concrete foundation, and then the wooden structure was all me, and my friends and my uncle
So where is the shop?
in the backyard of my house.
Your parents' house?
Yeah, my parents' house.
Okay, you remember that.
yeah, my parents' house.
All right, fine. So that's great. And that's it, yes. So do they accommodate the fact that you've built a business at the back of them yard?
Yes.
Mommy
Yes,
too?
and I'm grateful now looking at it. Like,
Yes.
the money my father lent me, and
Yes.
then I'm taking up their land space. But I'm really grateful for it.
And also the questions that your mother asked. Because, you see, questions have answers, and perhaps you hadn't asked yourself these questions. So your mother is right there to ask these questions,
Yes.
and perhaps now is when you're going to ask yourself these questions.
So during that time too, I had my friends that graduated with me. They were flying off to Canada to study, to further their studies. And my mother asked me if I wanted the same thing too. I was like, I see a future in this business, so I'm staying in Jamaica, and I'm going to try. I'm going to give myself a year to see how this go, and then I'll decide what I do next.
Has it been a year yet?
Officially, yes, but on paper, no.
You know something though, Onari, what that I'm thinking about? A lot of young people like yourself may have studied one thing going into another business, right? And what it does, it brings into the space that you're going in discipline, because you said, and we all know what that means, to try and find responsible tradesmen, because the talent may be there, but sometimes the discipline is not there.
Yes.
And that is why you probably find the problems that you had. So do you find that because of the discipline that you've had to have studying, that you can bring all of what you have learned into your business?
Yes. So I came, I did woodworking as a customer first. So I know how it feels to be a customer, pay a man of money for do a work and then you're not getting any feedback, you know. So I always try to give as much feedback as possible. But yes, I think it's my personality as well. I'm kind of structured-ish, you know. So it's all me doing the finances, the getting raw material, customer service, customer care, and making the products. Kind of challenging looking at it now, but because I'm kind of seasoning it, you know, it kind of really not get for analyze until like you guys come out to me and are like, oh, it's all about, it's just you? And I'm like, yes, it's just me. But yeah, you have to be disciplined to get things right. I need a lot of work, yes, but I'm growing.
Yeah, I love that. I'm looking at the screen here now and I saw something say, "We love food." That's those are clients asking you to do these?
Yes, 100% of my work is just client work, because I don't have much space, so I can't make things right now to just store up and hope that a client buys.
Yes.
So I always welcome client to like try new things so I can increase my catalog.
You mentioned that so far you're able to buy gas. That's a big step. Trust me, because gas not cheap. All right, so fine.
Wait, that photo you see now,
Johnny
it was
Baldwin. Show us
cheesecake.
back again. Show us back that last picture again. Johnny Baldwin cheesecakes.
That is my first custom sign, and that
Okay.
was by one of JC old boys. He helped us out while we were overseas in the robotics.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wonderful. So I understand all of this. I understand the fact that you have to be, somebody has to ask you to build this, that you're sure. I have something like that at my yard, and I actually created the frame for it. The best is yet to come. So how you do this now? You do this. Take us from scratch.
So right there is just the shelf is my thing.
The shelf.
Yeah, just a shelf.
Okay, right.
It's all self-taught. I just went on the internet and tried to see how, you know, the other people create floating shelves. I had a copy of the design, and then another client wasn't pleased with the design, so I went back to the drawing table and I did the improvement, and it's going well from there. So I started out with floating shelves based on the internet, knowledge from the internet. And I just rinse and repeat with the floating shelves. And right now, it's our main source of income. I realize it's a real niche.
Yes.
But
because
I'm trying
it's economical.
Yes. And the thing is that I do everything. So a customer came to me the other day. I was like surprised that I create it, I make it, and also install it.
Oh, you install it?
Yes.
So, okay, fine. So floating shelves, and we're going to look at some of the things that you actually brought in the studio. Maybe a little simple. So you've opened this business now, and it suggests that you can actually take on jobs. Suppose I come to you and I say, "Oh, Larry, you have this business. Can you make garden benches?" Would you be able to?
So some certain commission work I'll take on, depends on the size and if I want to make it. If I can't make it, I'll try to refer somebody to them or refer them to somebody. Yes. So people ask me about dress and stuff. I don't have the space to build a dresser.
Okay,
So
do you
I
have
can't.
that ability?
You never tried it before?
No, but look here. Can I just say this to you, Harry? I mean, we're living in an age now. If it was another era, I would have said, "Damn, how you like your mother?" But I realize how much we can learn on the internet.
Yes.
And how much we can master it if we have the basics and then the natural talent.
Yes.
So I understand that.
There's a lot of things I could create in woodworking business. Like there's a lot. Cabinet, yeah, it's a whole works.
You sound very excited about what you're doing. Would suppose you get a job, suppose somebody call you, one of the people that you sent a resume to. Suppose them call you and say, "We have a job for you now as an engineer." Would you take it?
No. No, I see so much potential in this business. Unless they want me to make some stuff for them, then sure.
Unless you're going to be your own business,
Yes.
your own boss. And then this is something you always wanted to do, your own business.
I'm building my own stuff, building stuff I like to build.
Wonderful. Let me ask you this now. So, people are listening, and I'm sure if they're like me, they're going to be thinking, I want to see what this young man is made of. Suppose someone is listening, or people who are listening want to see what you're made of. How can they get in touch with you, and what's the process?
So we are on Instagram and Facebook right now. Try to work on the website before the year ends. But our name is Kingston Woodworks on Facebook, and on Instagram is Kingston_Woodworks.
So how much more efficient are you? Because when I say that, let me tell you what I mean. The more clients you have, you may end up just like the carpenter, them where we did a call and never have no time to come.
So first thing first, I give realistic deadlines.
Okay.
So I'll tell them I'm busy. It might take 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I'll keep you posted. And even if I don't meet the deadline, as long as I'm keeping communication with the person,
That is what, absolutely. I get you.
I am late.
Yes. Doesn't that make a world of difference? And that is why it is so important to have been a client first before you're an entrepreneur. You
Yes.
know what we're up against.
Because just imagine you waiting for a friend now. You don't know where this friend is. But your friend tells you, "Oh yeah, I'm in half a tree." You're like,
Same
"Oh yeah,
way, sir.
all right."
Same way, so soon
Feel
come.
better. Yeah.
Man. Same way, sir. All right. So, this is wonderful. And we just want to say enough respect to youngsters like yourself, because things have changed. And perhaps jobs are not as easy to get, one. And then when them don't give you no job and you have to do things like what you are doing now, you find say you don't want them job after all. Amazing time to be living. So what advice would you give to someone like yourself?
Try out your interests. If you have interest in something, try to see if you actually like it. If you don't, try something else. Always trying. Because everything is not always set in stone. Everything not always easy. It kind of sound cliche, but...
No, but it's true.
But you just need to know how to maneuver. This probably not work, but don't give up. Try something else. Probably take 30 tries, but looking back, when you look back now, you're like, oh yeah, this happened for a reason. So all the fails happen for a reason. That's why I'm here. Because
Absolutely.
if it wasn't for the lack of employment, I wouldn't be here.
Absolutely. Turning a
For this
lemon
to just
into...
leave university and go straight in our job. A lot of people don't have shelves on the wall now.
Compliments of Kingston Woodworks. All right. So know that your father and know that your parents have seen what you're doing. Does your father think you can give him back the money where you have for him?
Yeah, man, what they ask me about.
And what you say?
But it's more fascinating about what project is next than the money.
I can imagine. Good, Dad.
Yeah, right now I'm in dialogue with a developer to make some stuff,
Nice.
Kind of excited about it. He's more excited than I am.
No, I'm more excited than you.
You said
Probably.
get big contract.
Beautiful.
I'm in dialogue. It's not. I don't get a contract yet.
Dialogue, Daddy. Dialogue. Okay? There's a difference. But, that's a wonderful thing. And I love talking to young people like you, because some young people think that their parents are hard on them. They're hard on them because they want the best from them.
Yes, I understand, yeah.
You know what I mean? But then when they see how much headway you're making, I'm sure they're so proud.
I'm pretty sure they're proud.
Yeah,
Yes.
Wonderful talking to you.
So, oh, you big me up on an interview.
I
I think they'll be happy with this interview.
Yes, because some of them name cards.
Yes. Oh, no, same with every day.
I'm also happy with this interview. Lovely talking to you, lovely meeting you, and continue to do what you want to do.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm loving it.
All right.
Remember
wonderful.
Kingston Woodworks.
Yes, Kingston Woodworks. That's right. And where it is?
We're all online.
You're
I'm
only
working in my
online.
house.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you can't have
I
traffic.
don't want to. No,
yeah,
no.
Absolutely. Wonderful. So there he goes. Onari Cohen. And the backstory is that he's a Jamaica College past student and he studied electrical engineering, couldn't get no job. So he started to make his own woodwork. But can we look at these before we go? Yes. Can we look at his creations before we go? Because remember, he was first on Nara Creations, So that's some of his creations here in the studio. So wonderful. And what I always say to friends and public in general, young people need help to get a start. And if you're not going to give them anything, which is, you don't have to do, one of the ways that you can really assist is to support the business that they're in. So what is that?
This is a cheese board.
I see that.
Just a cookie-shaped coaster. That was,
the good thing about this Onari, we can use it for whatever it is we want to use it for.
Limited to imagination.
Limited to imagination. Anyway, that is how we say this is it. Wonderful talking to him. So he now has his own business and it's Kingston Woodworks. He don't want no more electrical engineering work because he's so happy doing his own thing. Perfect story. So we're going to take a break. We soon come. So here is my son. We're going to be
Greetings, Droop, Lion.
Yes.
Greetings. Yes, sir.
Hail him again.
Yes, man. Rastafari to the fullness. What a
Welcome,
moment.
Virgin. Welcome, welcome.
Blessings, at the bridge just done. A family, don't it? This feel like a yard. Come see all my mother yesterday,
You're there, your yard.
Nice. Rastafari, give thanks, man.
Before we start to ask the questions, there are so many people out there because as we said, we're streaming live to the tri-state and we're also on the internet. And for those who've been hearing about Droop Lion, but for the first time they're actually going to experience Droop Lion, tell them a little bit about yourself. Who are you? Yes. Come look closer. No, me no mean to say, I am a fantastic musician. No, that's
because, some people say the fisherman would have never speak if him fish them start to smell, You know what I mean? But we know if to speak the truth.
Yeah.
Well, a Droop Lion, you know what I mean? And before my name Droop Lion, them call me Droop Dog. Actually, my mother, Elise Kelly, who used to sit down right here beside me, and she changed my name to Droop Lion.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I was born in St. Mary, you see? And even before St. Mary, knowing that we are Africans and I come here so long time, I want a very whole old soul this. I said that because Mama said talk about yourself. Someone to the know says a very whole soul this way I come here from a long time, but I was born in St. Mary and I grew up in the diaspora between Kingston and the country. I grown like a puss kitten because my biological mother, they told me that she passed from I was like 9 months of age, you know what I mean? And
wow.
So I grew up with my grandmother and my aunts, them and thing, and coming up, my aunts and my uncle, them always in the city and my grandmother living in the country. Life never really rough for me, never yet. Even when them thump it to me. It's not like me not get beaten as a youth because me rough. You know what I mean? Me kinda rough. You see, many people are say, youth's rude, but you know, pick me a grow, you know what I mean? Come grow up, come see that for yourself, I can't even call our youths them rude, because youths just explore and youths want to know and learn. So when I go through the moments, then I get a whole heap of beating, you know what I mean? Because I know that great grandmother, she not laugh, she not talking 100 times about one thing. So, we grow, and I don't like saying a normal growing, a good growing. If you notice, man call me Palace Pitney and all these type of things. So say yeah, we grow good. We grow good despite anything you want to hear. So them say me rough certain way. How we have to learn to angle ourselves in between the diaspora. You know what I mean? Because You see your heart running right now if you know no sense within the head. It's like a man born with life, you know what I mean, and little sense, and a Droop lion that, you know, and while coming up, I start recognize we have purpose, you know, and people help us to find our purpose, and here we are today.
Exactly. All right. Beauregard, you're going to kick off the questions, please.
Yeah, man, you know, I'm listening to him talk and I'm hearing his voice. Virgin, tell me how much compliment or what do people say about your voice when I'm here for the first time, especially in music?
Well, tell you the real truth, you know, that's why them say, man, like me if you talk about myself, you know, because I start to fix up my clothes and fix up my collar, and, you know what I mean? The real truth is, it's always immaculate reasoning about the vocal that you give to I and I. You know, it's always, because knowing, say, I and I is a small man instructor, you know, and then when I speak or I even open the vocal to sing, people say, wow. My voice kind of bigger than my head, you know. And the thing is, I give a praise because this is music, you know, and music is sound. You know what I mean? Whether you're playing it instrumental or taking it from the winner or something, it's sound. And Jaggy voice sound. Some find out some mean of music, you know. After Elise Kelly discover, because I want to tell many people don't know.
Let me tell you something. Beauregard, I'm going to tell you this little story here.
Yeah.
All right. So China K have a rhythm, right?
Many people don't even know.
I know I forgot to tell them. China K have a rhythm and him send on the rhythm, you know, back in the day, right? So the rhythm have some top artists on it, you know? A China K. And me did that listen, I'll never forget till me reach number 8. And when we reach number 8, me stop and me say, who this? Anyway, me look pan it and me see a bridge named Droop dog. Me call my colleague at the time, when name Ron Mushed. And me say, Ron, you listen China Case rhythm? Ron say yes. Me say, tell me the truth. Me know say some big artists dep on it. But who you think take a rhythm? Number 8, I'm number 8 take a rhythm. Me say, you know who? Him say, no, me don't know who. Me say, me don't know who neither. Him sound powerful though. So me say, Ron, how you think him look? Here Ron, no, big and strapped in. And what you know? I'm black.
God almighty.
The voice.
We say, all right, brother, that me I work with too. You see, when we see the man, you see, when we see the man, me I say, then it's this little man. Right away, the emperor just come to it right away. We just hug him up. We just hug him up, and from that, you know, the story that you understand. Yeah, man. When me hear the voice now, I may say, me know the dark thing, you know, because at the end of the day, say although we say lion, we didn't know the dark thing because you remember saying, we see, you know, and in the yeah, man, and in the yob. You understand me? Yeah, man. Which party me come from? When them say crab up.
Yeah, you know, people try to find all type of pretty words to describe these places, you know, but we know what it is.
Yes.
Sometimes I call it even Sin City, you know.
I know why. Them call it hell.
Yeah, because the thing is, it will stay at this minute like it up now. And by the next minute, it's like a down spiral, you know. And I like these things just happen. You know, out of the blues, you know what I mean, like how you see. Because even the rain will fall out of the sky, we know it fall. You know what I mean? And then the whole of the people have been set up. And then buying to the setup too, you know, for sure your people easy to get gullible and, you know what I mean, we don't call it like comfortable with foolishness.
Yeah.
You know, because the whole of these things affect every single person. But we have time we boast about our community.
Yeah, so to be honest with you, Beauregard, when we first met him, we know the community where he come out of. We know the reality of that community. We know him represent that community, and before him didn't know it too well. The way how him even speak, you remember saying, a showbiz to, you know. So, you know, me I say, so what the bridge in here? I mean, I say, whoa, that thing is serious. But watch this now. That is what I fell in love with.
Yeah, because Jana Rise no fool for carry out no mission to, you know, me prove that for myself. Because I will suffer it. And you know for yourself, because right now the world I listen to it. It's not many people in this world know me like the way you know me. You know what I mean? And sometimes I torture myself, knowing that I torture myself because I try not to take certain route or even bring certain energies what certain ones I speak about to the table where we are right now. You know what I mean? Because His Majesty, when I start read about His Majesty, I start find out, say, oh, I can't just listen to the man here. You know, because the man say, I and I must grow to be a member for no race. You know what I mean? More intelligent and a courageous being. And when I tell you the real truth, I'm Bridge for know this. New York for know this. The whole tri-state for know this. Jamaica for know this. Even though I guess a whole heap of people in Jamaica now. Even in Europe, the first time when I go to Europe and sing my song, I see people are singing it. So I say, oh, you know my song? I say, them listen to Elise Kelly, you know? And that's Europe. That's a different continent, don't it?
Yeah.
So the thing wide. And when you move, and many people get stingy, you know? Many people will free up, you know what I mean? Because we know people flick and flack, you know? And then, because, you know, Elise Kelly actually saved me a certain way, you know.
I just saved you.
In
I
terms,
just saved
what
you.
I try to show you now, just send Elise Kelly,
Yeah.
you know, to come help keep the vessel upon a part. Because, let me tell you, the same moment when I have voice for Charlie K, you know, I go through a very rough times, you know. Right in the same community where I live, man, you talk about it, you know, losing my loved ones, them and them I drop right on my foot and, you know, too much is given, too much is expected, you know what I mean? And me under pressure, you know, and then me go hear my song on radio. And the community hear it too. Because when things happen for people like we are, everybody hear it. So that's, me just try to say this too, for many youth know, because many youth know how I talk, you know. So when them say it's easy and I do things, no say you can't easy to man, because nobody think I do not know when nobody don't know. Even when I hide, the people them still know.
Speaking about hearing your song on the radio, was that Freeway, your breakout song at the time?
No, it was a Freeway, you know. It was a song called Enough Time I feel like me at a pog about suffer. And when the system ride up, me feel like choke off. But when me remember about me song, them if it take off, lad. Where every day me they ask to who the run off. Producer now put up me song, them you a be craft. Hear them a walk off as me tune them, then I play draft. They make me listen radio until it sign off. All when the system come rising at you, you stand firm in yourself, no make them get you. All of the youths them where you fight for them breakthrough. You know what I mean? That was the song, you know.
So you see, Beauregard, you see that song there, you see when you must say some producer go on and a peer craft, them, you know, and them kind of thing they make me say, you know, it's a real, let me tell you something, me I say the amount of things will come to me, it's a royal youth, it's a ghetto youth, it's a ancient soul, he favor me, me say no sir, then so at this point now, me say, me get the dog thing. Because a reality. Because the man come from a community where you don't know, even the way him talk and how him write him song them.
And listening to his music, Mama Kelly, I hear different topics, different things that's going on in society being expressed in this music.
Exactly.
Where you get the inspiration, my general, other than it happening around you and you seeing it, that's the inspiration to put it into music?
Well, as I'm saying, I try to just keep my vessel clean at all time. You know, so what me learn from this is that if you keep a clean vessel, you know what I mean, certain things will pass through. And when certain ones who not hides up within certain lyrics, you know, see them will be marvelous of it, and you know what I mean, it will be understandable to the people who tried such a way. You know, so I just that, and as I said, the environment, man, the environment speaks, you know. And so the environment bring things to me where sometimes I want to put in a song, but because we are not allowed by Broadcasting Commission and many different settings, and you want to still remain as a hopeful being, because I find out people are listen to me. So it's like, you know, I start feel like me a role model within the society now. Because, you know, I have a start, some white thing I come on all my face and I say, why out? You're going home.
Some white thing. But can I say this to you now?
So we learn from many different angles. You know?
Beauregard,
yes, Mama.
time came now because what we're feeling, we can feel on behalf of the people. We know, say, from
Yes,
we feel
sir.
it, the people them are gonna feel it,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Because we're real. But time come now when this Imple now is going to go on stage and is going to perform. Oh my goodness. Can I tell you the first time I saw this young lion on stage? A ball, a ball, a ball, a ball, a ball, a ball, a ball. Because remember, at the same little man we are talking about Peercraft. And other expressions like that. The young man put a robe on and went on stage. And can I just ask Droop to do the rest? There is where the ancient soul came out. Tell us about that, Droop, please.
The thing is, spirituality is like my foot bottom, It's my ground and my base, And then, many people who know, say, I carry such lyrics because me's a man who exercise and hide, I don't really exercise, make people see it. You know what I mean? Then, I saw. So it's like, me and Cargo used to link, and still link, but more like seeing each other more regular and thing. So when Cargo sing the song now, sell out my friend, him invite me to him video shoot. But me always have some clocks with dear like Benz tire, So yo, me I choose a clocks to wear, Cargo think I me know them youth, they love the fashion and them a style, man. Me no want guard them thing and them say me come with me little old rasta settings that so me carry out one red and white clocks and put on one red and white thing and get one bad jeans pants, When we go down a video shoot, he was the first one to see me to and say, yeah, that's something more on it, Catch them always know about my khaki and my army settings. And right away, I tell you, John work mischievous, man, because right away, when him say it, me never too like the energy. You know what I mean? For no say, him put me up so much and then me look so good, Cause some stay sometimes if me tie me back on my head, sometimes I look like me feel like me looking too
Pretty.
me just pull it out. So me don't know if I have it on my mind, me go to my bed and me asleep, but me get a vision, so we at a show and he was there too, and a lot of us was there. Zamunda was there and couple youth. But me come up on the stage in our robe, me from before me got a show, me and the Rasta youth them a reason, and me I say, yo, can't wear no more of them genius pants I go up on a show, them a distract the thing, And for me, naturally, it was real. Because as me as a man, as me I show you, I love shoes, fashion, and you know what I mean, a little bit so anytime I put on all some big things, them still have a little thing about them. People look for me so much and they come like them not listening to me.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? So then it just natural, just give this to me and I start wear the robe. The first time I wear the robe, even my friends them, like when they are studio with when them come on, Jean just say, where's Moses this? No, sir, Jesus.
But the interesting thing, we're going to take a break. But the interesting thing, Beauregard.
Yes, Mama.
Like no, this is Droop Lion, we know Droop.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Me not load up the thing, but white clocks and all these things. You see me? Right? This is how we know Droop. But you see, once this young ras puts on that robe,
it's magic, man. Then
It's
real
magic.
call me the magic man, because then, Mama, once me get the mic in my hand for singing, but they on something different, You know what I mean? And then this thing have to come across, and me's not a man who can sing and stand up and just sing. If me no fly, if me no backflip 2 times on the stage and all them things.
transcend.
They have to sometimes sing till me drop because me feel like me off the ground, and by the time I walk my eye me on the ground.
Yeah.
Earlier back then when we just start this, it's like me never know for control. You used to talk about it, and she used to like beg people like all the ones we used to run me like I don't know, talk. You need to train him more for controlling energy, because then because I know we're going on tour now. When we do the album with Clive, him and Alan Jeffrey was like, and it was like, Allah said, this man and the energy and film the tour and sing so much hours on the stage and the energy away must sing with. I don't know it gonna work,
But it worked.
But it worked because it's not even an energy for me. You know what I mean? It's not like muscle up and strength, no.
No, but that is a real thing, Mama Kelly, that he's talking about. And when we come back from break, we can finish discussing.
You ask the question, all right, Beauregard? So we're going to take a break.
No problem.
Yeah. Droop Lion is here with us. Beauregard?
No, as we were saying before we went to the break, what he was saying is a true fact. Sometimes, you know, when you go up on stage, you do go into a different zone until you're done performing, and that's reality, you know?
It's
Yeah,
natural, man. It's natural because music is just more than words to you, know, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, remember after the words and the instrumental, all of that add up to create an energy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know, more time certain music play and some people fall in miles, you know. And it's like you have to play back some other type of music to get them out a certain type of trance and thing. And it's just natural because man told you, music alone shall live.
Right.
But you know something, we used to see Jaboni Whaler on stage, and when Jaboni Whaler was 70 little bit, big man, we would see him performing the Black Art Man CD, and there is nothing that could tell me that he was doing it on his own.
That's right.
And I remember going to him once after a show somewhere in Holland, I think it was, and I said to him, Jabi, how you do this? And he said to me, I transcend. And when I saw Droop, that's what I remember. That's what I remember. Yeah, man. That's what absolutely. And then it calmed me down a bit because then I realized that the ancestors will take care of all of that.
It does that, man. Sometimes it will scared me out too. You know? It will make me up on a stage and sing. I no want get there. Because I actually know the avenue of walk we get. You know, it's like when I want to do it so much, then I just up there and evening time I stop. I know when the show finished still, you know. And it's so amazing. I cannot think anytime I sing. I don't know the next song when I sing until it come. You know, I look at everybody in the crowd, but I don't really think. I go up here, so. And when I go up here, so. But then it used to make me even approach a stage and sing half key. Energy, you know, it's not like I don't know key. But even though I learning process I go on. But I used to have an understanding of what I'm doing. But when I get the mic, I get so high in myself that I can look upon the people and it just look like a level plane and a big grass or one mountain in it. I'm not see the people.
So let me ask you this thing. How did you learn to embody that energy to the level where now you have control?
It's from me as a youth, you know. I used to cry myself to sleep and all them thing. First time I can recall I'm out of myself. And know I'm out of myself is like me on the bed lie down and I think a whole lot of things and I go deep. So the deeper I go deep, it feel like I get little, you know. And my head is so big and broad like the whole house, you know. And I actually feel it and I start do it every time I start play with it, you know. I play with it. I will pray, so, you know. I'm going to go high up in a prayer, you know. High up in a prayer and that's it. I just start feeling something out now. I'm going to let it go back.
So you communicated with the energy.
With the energy, you know.
Yeah.
So then even the music, already the last stage I singing. It was down at Ocho there and the Marcus Garvey thing. I was at the stage back and when they told me that it's my time to sing. I don't remember if it's prophecy or someone on if it's nature or one of them. They might try to say something to me. But me already gone in a
Zone.
Me already gone in one zone before me even open my mouth, you know. Me already there in one zone. And then it made me so happy to, you know. You can make me get real happy, you know, and me's not such a laughy man, you know. But then it will make me get real happy. So them probably think me I laugh with them, but I wasn't laughing with them. You know?
Just to be clear.
I wasn't laughing with them, but so when I start say, my nation, I start actually feel what I'm singing. So me I say, we should have listened to Marcus Garvey. Because I know we never listen to Marcus Garvey for true, you know. So it's like the war I go on, me. And then, we should have listened to Marcus Garvey. Why didn't we listen to Marcus Garvey? And then I just go, I know me have to move, so just move, yeah.
Gosh.
You know, you recently put out a mixtape. Is it called Indigenous?
Well, tell you the real truth, some of these things is not really like a mixtape. It's not me walk and do mixtape. I do album.
Okay.
See, me have an album named Ideology. You know what I mean? You have people. Me have
Ideology, that is the name. Sorry.
Naturally.
On this album, there's a song called Modern Slavery. Give us your definition of modern slavery.
Well, it's everything that you can see with your own eyes now, what becomes the levels of oppression to the people. I want to tell you, today, all of these world leaders are modern slave masters, and everything that them do right now is modern slavery. Look upon a slavery like this one I got through today, right now in Jamaica. Me have to mourn the queen for 12 days, you know. It's a levels of modern slavery, but we're not going to say. I can show you many more things. Look how people them behave today, right now. Look upon the injustice what them do to themselves. You know what I mean? I'm not even like, even though it come from certain ideologies from way back when, where some people are trying to set up a race of people to live a certain way. But to buy into it, that's a modern slavery.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because when one's enslaved themselves, you're black, but all of a sudden you want to be brown. That's a modern slavery. You know what I mean? Because someone don't think about slavery in the levels which part to him now get the done.
Whip. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And no, you know what I mean? Right now, for we to have so much gun and we can't build gun nor shot, that's a modern slavery. So every man who have a gun right now and a pray for destroy him community or him brother, them supposed to think as a slave master.
You know, you just mentioned about gun, and I'm glad you brought that up because I saw recently where the police commissioner in Jamaica saying anyone who gets caught with an illegal weapon is 15 years or more. How do you feel about that as someone who has always spoken about the things that's happening in society?
This is not what me feel in a Jamaica. This is what me know. If we get up and give every one of these youth 15 years in a Jamaica for a gun, we don't have nobody left. And then we still have to talk about future and all of these type of things and talk about development and this. We need to find ways, my lord, you know, to educate these youths and educate the people and before these youths, because our youth reach to them levels they do. You know, it simply means that a proper platter wasn't there and a proper foundation never set then. I'm gonna want to get up and blame people like me, I say, oh, me I blame the elders before. But sure, if you would come from you and you would not do right. You know what I mean? Come like him never see nothing right yet. You know what I mean? So right now, I can't just the youth them. You know, and every time them come with some intervention and them go approach it from the youth, it's like I just wanted to, you know what I mean?
Slavery.
Slavery. I them think them.
yeah, straight. But you know something, Droop, that I want to talk about. All right. So we are talking about this spirituality that in an artist like whoever, but I don't see it in your generation. You come along now, and in my opinion, you're the only one I see from your generation that have this energy of spirituality. What I find exciting is that one of the masters, the father of soul, Tootsie Bird, find you.
Yes, sir.
Identify you.
Yes, sir. And it's so amazing. Sometimes I'm in that church we are planning to build church we are planning to build and all. We all buy all drum and then sitting in a big bass drum. We say we're going to have to build a church where it's not so much, because it's not like I bash religion, because religion was created, you know what I mean, to keep people grounded, you know what I mean, but then through leaders, love, power, so much, all type of things happen. So we say we're going to build a church of truth, because the man say, Droop, you know the first time he hear you, it's a song me hear you sing, you know, called Freeway. And me call Elise and ask her, is this you come from Africa?
Yes.
Come and say this man don't sound like a Jamaican youth. And that make him say that, because the spirit kind of shift. And that orchestrated works, you know?
Absolutely. And even the meeting with Tootsie Bird is obviously ja work.
Yeah, man.
Because you never know that him never have long yes upon the face.
And it's not like the man not try to tell me to, you know. Him never know, but him a try to tell me every day. Every day him say to me, say, Droop, I don't see one of my youth them we can really bring across the thing. And me not too see no whole heap of youth of Jamaica. But you say you, me I do everything what I can do to make sure say me left the uncle. I keep on I say what you talk about left. You know? Even when we're doing the album, because me and him did the album, and even when we're doing the album, every day this man say, Party Jeff. We need for make us done this thing and get it out here. You know, some people is going to get bad mind, and I'm not going to can't help you know.
Wow. All right, we have to wrap up now. But let us talk about this new album that you're working on. We've played 2 tracks so far. What kind of feeling you're getting from this album and what you want to share it with?
All our nice feelings, them what we always have, you know. We put down music, but what we do with this music right now, we try to keep originality. You know what I mean? Because we find out to strain far from holistic, not meaning that we can keep on emerging and, you know what I mean, growth, you know, but we must not leave with base. And we actually leave, so we keep on doing the roots. Today they call me Prince of Roots and I go England or anyway. So I say, all right then, I could do this. Because I like doing this too, you know, this give me a sense of, you know what I mean, living and feeling. So when I want to do the album yeah, and give it to the people so that some can always remind themselves of who them supposed to be, because youths are grow. And if youths continue to grow and the direction continue to change from the real thing, we cannot blame the youths.
Droop, our father rule time, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, we run out of time.
Our reasoning them
It was a pleasure.
you know what I mean?
Right?
Droop, it was a pleasure, my brother. Continue to do what you're doing and just,
alright.
you know, the great music. I'll continue to blaze them
Yes,
here
sir,
on Irish
it's a
Jam
pleasure,
Radio.
man, to be here. As I say, I feel like, yeah, you know, so if you have me again, you know, man.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
we need to
You
do
know what I
that
mean? If you
because
have me again, because
Yeah, man,
I only
for
put something
real.
to talk about.
yes,
Call now, not even start talk about the international movements where, you know what I mean, from this lady rise, me and so go and go defend the thing. You know what I mean, we still there defend the thing and I only put immaculate things because I don't really walk and talk about the something them. You know what I mean? Because then, you know, me have a whole heap of times around here and we have to have artifacts and the people who do them work for go look where I can do too.
and you know, one of the things that we want to ask, this is not a question because we're sealing up now. A lot of people want to know what you have been doing and when are they going to see you on the big stage. I know that question is going to be answered. You can't answer it now.
Okay.
That question is going to be answered by what you do and by the future. It is now
Rastafari.
1 o'clock. Can you imagine? Where have Droop and where from come out 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
But sure.
Next time.
Next time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Beauregard, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, Mama Kelly.
Bless up
Bridge,
the listeners.
I love you. I love you. 99 FM. FM band.
Droop Lion, one and only. No more no day. Nobody look. Heart full of love. My
God
people.
almighty, though.
Love. That's
Yeah.
it.